What's up guys, Jeff here from Moment. I'm out here shooting a vlog. We've got a new feature coming out in our app and just want to come out here and show you guys some of the new features. Fuck, this is hard.
Oh wow, you guys. Working from home has its perks. Yes, I have 2 sheepdogs. Me and Ariana both do. In this video, we want to talk about time-lapsing, time-lapses specifically on your phone. And now that we're all practicing a little bit of social distancing at home, now more than ever is a good time to get creative. Time lapses are a great tool used in filmmaking to really show the progression of something happening in a condensed amount of time, whether that's to spice up the edit, to show a transition. There's even entire genres of time-lapse only films, beautiful landscapes and all that stuff. So a time lapse is a great way to speed something up. It's like hitting fast forward in real life. I'm gonna set up this little guy here and time lapse myself making a pour over. All right, so why are we talking about time lapses? Basically because the Moment Pro camera app, we just came out with an update today. Yes, an app update that has this feature built right in. Pro camera app now has a mode that you can shoot time lapses in, and it is so nice. Huge upgrade compared to shooting a time lapse in the native app. So if you're looking to shoot a time lapse on your phone, I would encourage you, link below, check it out. And if you already have the app, make sure you update it and you'll have the time-lapse mode built right in. Moment Pro camera app with the time-lapse mode takes full control of all the manual settings that we offer in the app, but even better than that, it also takes some of the slow shutter features and adds them to the time-lapse mode, which in my opinion is kind of the secret sauce of time-lapses, when you can have 0.2, 0.5 seconds of motion blur per shot. We'll get into that later, but it makes it so much smoother. Especially if you're someone who likes to do hyperlapses, you know, put it on the gimbal, walk really slow, have the time lapse going. You also have 4K export. The ability to basically just control the features is super nice. I'm not gonna chug that because it's still hot. Anyway, so yeah, we're all at home kind of self-isolating or else we'd be in the video together. So I'm gonna hand it over now to the Kearns, and he'll tell you more about how to get creative with time lapses in general, give you some nice he's gonna give you he'll give you some secret tips. Secret tips, wow.
What's up? Quarantine Kearns here. Probably can't say that. So as you all are probably aware, at the current time of filming this, we're supposed to be practicing social distancing, and here I am being super responsible, doing just that. Time-lapses don't always have to be the epic landscapes. Those are sick, but you can also use them to document the smaller moments of time that are passing. Here's some of my brilliant concepts. Light shining through the window and making shadows. Cooking a meal. Show Instagram how good your pour over is. Prove to your boss that even though you're working remote, you're actually working. Time-lapse some of the art that you're making. Document your popcorn popping. So it seems we ran out of popcorn. Document how you're spending your time for science. And my favorite, social distancing dance party.
Make it rain on me. Make it rain. Make it rain. Dancing in the rain.
So those are just a few ideas I had. Feel free to copy them or go off and make your own.
So off script. Caleb's like, cool, not what I sent you. Hi friends, coming at you live from home while we all social distance ourselves. One of the ways that I really like to use time-lapse is to get behind the scenes footage of when I'm shooting. I do this a ton and it makes for really great B-roll. Whoop, speed down.
All right, ready? Ready? Woo! I hope these past couple weeks have been hopefully all right. I hope you guys are doing good, washing your hands. My wife's a nurse. Should we wash our hands?
Yes, please.
Yes,
Friction.
please. You want the cup? Can you hold it? Wow, you're a big girl. All right, so the couple things we're gonna run through in this section of the video is 1, how many photos you should take for your time lapse, and 2, the interval at which you should take them. Now, if you're working in a 24 frames per second timeline, that means that 24 photos is gonna equal 1 second of footage. If you multiply that by 10 seconds, that's 240 photos. If you're in a 30 frame timeline, that's 300 photos. So a lot of times I just shoot at least 300 photos. That's kind of in my head. So when it comes to the interval at which you are shooting is basically you have a bunch of options. You have half a second, 4 seconds, and so on. Let me just make sure I get this right, Caleb, sorry. The slower the interval, so half a second, the slower the actual clip is going to be. If someone's walking, they're only getting so far in that half second. Now, when you shoot a longer interval, your clip is actually gonna be a lot quicker, because if that same person was walking and you shot a photo every 4 seconds, the distance at which they travel is a lot more, which means that when you compress all those photos together, they're gonna blaze right through the frame. Now, when it comes to picking what interval you want for a specific scene, it's just based on what's going on in your scene. A lot of times I shoot time lapses of clouds. I think I see the most impressive stuff I see is of a storm rolling through or a sunset or something like that. And now for that interval, you want to shoot it like a 4 seconds, 5 seconds, something that, because the clouds are moving so slow, you want to be able to capture change. And if you were to shoot it like a half second, it would slow the clip down too much. So basically, if something is slower in your frame, like clouds or whatever, then you want to shoot a longer interval. And if something's kind of quick, like people walking, you can shoot a faster interval. In this clip here on the pier, I shot it at a 1 second, added some motion blur in our app, and basically you can see the people like scurrying around. It's not too fast or too slow, it's just kind of right in the middle, and it's obviously a time lapse. The whole effect of a time lapse is to make time lapse and to pass the time. So you don't want clouds to be moving slow in your time lapse if they move slow in real life. That's so nice. You say hi to the camera. Hi, camera. Thanks, guys. Enjoy your time in quarantine. Maybe make the best of it and learn something, spend time with your family.
All right, I just got to the top of the mountain. I've started a time lapse because the light's kind of fading quickly, but I'm gonna go over a few of the features that we've built and show you how I'm using them right now. All right, so we built our time lapse mode to take a full photo every interval that you have set. This allows you basically to capture at maximum resolution, just so you can take the highest quality time lapse that you really can on a phone. We save out every frame individually as a photo. That way you can turn it into video, you can just grab a few photos if you want, or you can export every photo and bring it on your computer and process your time lapse however you want. So one of my new favorite features for setting up a time lapse is the new level. To use it, you just turn on the grid and it'll show up right in the middle of the screen. It's awesome just for setting up your time lapse, making sure it looks the way you want. Another awesome feature we built is basically we brought the entire slow shutter mode into time lapses. This allows you to get really nice motion blur in the middle of the day without having to bring a bunch of filters with you. You can just pull out your phone and kind of watching the time lapse, making sure everything's still looking good. About to throw on some music. A lot of time lapses is kind of just waiting around and watching the clouds roll by, watching the sunset. It's best to just maybe bring your beverage of choice, have some fun while you wait.
Maybe lawn lapses are the new thing, and I hope my neighbors are watching me vlog right now. If you are interested, definitely check out the app linked below in the iOS App Store. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you learned a little bit about time lapses, and you can get some really killer stuff just on your phone. That a lot of the post-processing is done for you, which is sick. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. We want to definitely, keep bringing the fun content, even if we're apart, and it might just be kind of cut together like this, but lawn lapses, maybe you'll see more. I don't know. All right, later.